Today we're talking about ball heads. I have quite a few Manfrotto ball heads, which I really love, and I've had them for, I don't know, 15 years. This is the 496 RC2. Under the camera I have the 494 RC2, and they're solid. You can see it. It's a really solid ball head. They all have the Manfrotto plates, which I must have about 20 of. I've got them all around the studio. Excellent ball head. Expensive though. Arca Swiss is kind of like a clamped ball head. So you take off the plate, you put it on, and you clamp it down. It's a completely different design. Basically every single Gorilla Joby has one of these Gorilla pods. The Switchpod, which I bought recently, I don't like it. I hate it. It's just, I don't like using it. The Switchpod itself is fine. I do still prefer the Gorilla Pod. Honestly, if I'm being honest with you, I do. And the ball head, I wouldn't recommend it. I would much prefer putting something like the Joby ball head on top of it. Anyway, to the point, Ulanzi sent me a ton of ball heads, a ton of accessories that I'd like to talk about, because Ulanzi, believe it or not, make absolutely amazing ball heads. This is not a sponsored video. I did get these to review, and I just want to share my experiences. Every single one of them is completely aluminium and steel, every single bit of it. It's got rubber in the right places, which is great, and they work really, really well. Believe it or not, the smallest one here, the U60, and these two largest ones all can carry 20 kilograms. These two, which are very similar, can carry 10 kilograms. Now, these three have Arca Swiss. This has something called the Claw, which is interesting. It just pops off and pops back in. And this one is a little bit similar to the design of the Switchpod one, like I said, which I'm not too much of a fan on because you have to kind of screw your camera onto it, which is great if you have a small camera. However, it does take 20 kilos. At the bottom, it only has a quarter 20, so no 3/8. And the cool thing is you can screw off the top, screw it down the other way, and you have a cold shoe mount, which is quite an interesting design. It really is. Every single one of these ball heads has a cold shoe mount on the side of it. Every single one. So that's really helpful if you want to mount stuff to the side, like a light, a microphone down there, whatever you want to do. Now the UL60 and the U60L and the UATL are, to me, basically identical. I mean, they've both got quarter 20s at the bottom, no 3/8. They both have cold shoes on the side. They both have Arca Swiss with a little ruler on top, and I can't really tell the difference. Even one may have a slightly smaller ball head, as you can see. The other one has a slightly larger one, but they're both to 10 kilos. They work really, really nicely. Taking off the little clamp is very simple, and putting it back on is easy. If you want to take off the clamp off the big Pano vlog ball head and stick on this one, it will more or less work, but the only way you're going to get it to work is if you take off the tiny little screws at the bottom, the hex screws. The hex screws are on every single one of these, which is really great, and the reason for that is if you have them locked on and you have it a little bit loose, it's not going to fall out. So that's a really good design. Let me just get back to this, then I'll get to those. So the UATL and the U60L, I think there's like $5 difference between them, for me are identical, and even on the website have the same photos and the same examples. So I'm not sure what the difference is between them. They're identical, they're the same. So if you're looking for one, I mean, it's probably worth the $5 extra to get the UATL because it looks a little bit chunkier. Now, let's go straight to the Pano Vlog ball head. This is really cool. It has a ruler on top, as you can see, right there. It has a tiny little thumb screw, which means you can spin it around, because that's why it's called a Pano Vlog ball head, because it has a 360 degrees ruler right there, which means that you can spin it around and get nice panoramas really easily. You just go to the next I don't know, 10, 20 degrees, and you're getting a panorama. The ruler on top lets you move it up and down really easily, and like I said, those screws are great because it's not gonna fall out. Next thing is the actual screw at the bottom holds the ball head in very, very well, and I mean excellently. You lock it, and this is not going anywhere, 20 kilos. It's actually impressive. It really is impressive how well it locks. At the bottom, you do have a 3/8. Inside the box, you get a 1/4-20 adapter to screw in, which is fantastic. Same with the U100. You have a 3/8 at the bottom and a 1/4-20. Now, this is also a panoramic ball head because if you unscrew this smaller little screw, you can turn the degrees dial around at the bottom, so you can do the same kind of thing. It's a little bit more visible, I guess, on the Pano, but they both work the same way. Once again, unlocking it and locking it it's very, very good. Now, these two are quite similar, but they work in different ways when it comes to the plates. The U100 has something called the claw. The claw comes off like this, and it's really great. You have a little, what's it called? Screwdriver and finger screw at the bottom, which you basically can click it in 4 ways. So you just click it in, and at the bottom you have this little lock which looks like this, and if you flip it to one side, you're not going to open it by mistake. So that's a safety design, much like the hex screws here in the plate. If we click it back, we can unlock it. The great thing is that you can actually buy another plate which has a 1/4-20 at the bottom, and you can screw into this badly designed ball head from Switchpod, and you have a claw on top, which you can quickly take on and off, and your Switchpod instantly becomes a lot more usable. That's really great. They did release a second version, which is cool because the second version not only has that design, but you can quickly mount it as an Arca Swiss. Right there. So now you have an Arca Swiss on top of the Arca Swiss. I like this design. It has a ton of, let me just get the old one off. Yeah, here we go. The fun bit about the Switchpod. Not a fan. So the cool thing about the Ulanzi, the new one, is that as you can see, it does have an Arca Swiss on the bottom right there, and you have a ton of 1/4-20s at the bottom, so you can mount it in different ways. Excellent little design. You can also buy separate ones like this, so you can buy a whole ton of them, put them on different, you know, tripods, or you can put them on, I don't know, you've got your nice little L-cone slider, you can stick it on there and you can just click on, click off, click on, click off, and it's extremely, extremely fast. You can also buy extra plates. So if you have 2 cameras and one of these, you can just click one of these on, you can click another one on somewhere else onto a different camera, and you can exchange them really quickly. So buying extra plates is a great thing. And you can also buy the claw for your action cameras. The claw has a kind of ball head which is very, very hard to move, which is great. It looks like this. It's very nice. And same thing, you basically click it in and you have your GoPro or your Insta360 or your Osmo Action connected in a second. Really great design. You can buy as many as you want. Insta360, GoPro, chuck, 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 and you're done. Going on to the next point, that is going to be the Pano Vlog ball head, which I really do like. Now, the plate that you get with it, believe it or not, connects to the Peak Design version 3, which is a beautiful, beautiful mount. You mount it on your backpack, you can mount it on your belt. It's really nicely designed. It Peak Designer class, and what can I say? The plate that comes off the Pano Vlog ball head can be mounted onto the Peak Design version 3 as long as you unscrew the safety hex screws at the bottom. So that is great. You can also put the Peak Design plate onto the Pano Vlog ball head, as it is a Arca Swiss as well as a Peak Design mount. Now, let's go a little bit further into a few things. They made a system called the Falcam. And here it is. And sure, it's pretty similar, right? It's something that you mount on your strap from your backpack, on your belt. And believe it or not, you can also get the claw mount. So we've got a whole load of these. Now, I'm not going to go into it in this film because I don't want it to be too long. I will do a separate film comparing all three of these together. And I got to say, they're all really, really great. Even the claw one comes with a little magnetic coin so you can, you know, put your camera on, twist it on so it's nice and tight. Anyway, the actual mount here is great because you can pull it off and you can use it as an Arca Swiss. So for example, we can use it on here and we can connect it and it's nice and tight, and so you can quickly mount from here on your tripod and you can get your beautiful time lapses or whatever you're gonna do. The quality of the Falcam is fantastic. I'm not gonna lie to you, it is very, very nice. It has a lock nut, so you can unlock it and you can actually pull it out and lock it so you're not gonna drop your camera by mistake. You also have nice little lock screws here, and if you unlock them and you pull down, you can unlock it, and it's got some nice rubber at the bottom that you put on your camera, back strap, and you've got your camera there. Like I said, I'm not gonna go into too much detail with these because I would like to compare them so you guys can get an idea of what that's all about. Now, it also comes with one of these. So you can also use it as a quick release mount. Boom, it's off, boom, it's on, and you can obviously buy these separately. You can buy the quick release mount separately. And not only that, but they've gone the extra mile and they've made a camera strap mount. So you can get yourself, you guys know Peak Design, so I have basically every single strap you can imagine from Peak Design. You get your anchors on here and boom, you're away. And once again, it's not gonna come off. You can pull out the nut, turn it around, and it's not gonna come off by mistake. The Falcam system is fantastic. It is CNC machined. It's I have no words. It's really, really nice. Now, beware, only the plate from your Pano vlog ball head will fit on this system. The plates that come with the Falcam system will go on, but they will also come off. So it is a slightly different design, as you can see right here. It will slip right off your Peak Design version 3. So if you do want one of those, you're gonna have to get the Pano vlog ball head, which will not fit into the Falcam system. Be aware of that. Only the Falcam system will fit into the Falcam system. I guess, you know, that's normal. But the Falcam system will fit on the Pano vlog ball head. Whew! That was a lot of talking. And it's a great system. I will be dropping a film very soon on how I compare these three systems, which are all really great. I like them all. I like them all. I'm not gonna lie. Every single one is very well made. Every single one has got its ups and downs. Any questions at all, drop them in the comments below. If you like my film that helped you purchase one of these, which I'm probably gonna link all down below, give me a like. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do, because there's a whole ton of stuff. I was gonna say shit. Lucky I didn't. Coming this year. Catch you on the next one.